Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for Live Impact News. I'm Vanessa Ruffes. Just right off the bat, we want to talk about Clear the Shelters, just because this is a big initiative for us here at WCNC Charlotte, and it's been underway all month long. And y'all who've been watching us throughout the month know that through the afternoon, morning, evenings, we've been bringing you coverage of our local rescues and shelters, the need out there, how you can help, adopt, foster, volunteer, donate, advocate. We'll just remind you our weekend here all mapped out, because we got Clear the Shelters adoption event that's happening at Charlotte Mecklenburg Animal Care and Control on Byram Drive, the Byram Drive location, from 9 to 5. But let's talk more about what folks can expect and also just the general need out there. We've got Melissa Knicely joining us from the animal shelter. So fabulous timing, because we've got just a couple more days until this big event, and y'all pull out all the stops for this.
So first of all, thank you.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Thanks to all of the amazing people at WCNC for supporting us. And not just Animal Care and Control, but all of the local shelters and the shelters around the country. It could not be, I'm going to speak for everyone, it could not be better timing for shelters across the country.
Yeah.
As you know, one of the words that comes out of our mouth all the time is talking about full.
Yeah.
And how full we are and how full shelters get in the summer months especially. And that is no different at Animal Care and Control or the shelters around this area. So perfect time to go out and support by adopting a shelter pet for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great event as well, in that not only do you usually see a lot of pets get adopted, but also it's just kind of a fun, day out with the family, perhaps maybe come visit and see what y'all do at the shelter, take a look at the pets. We know a lot of area, shelters, they have, vendors that are going to be coming and activities. So just something that will, make up for a good day, I think, in general for
Absolutely.
folks.
Absolutely. And remember too that we have more than just dogs and cats available for adoption. We're also going to have pocket pets available.
Yeah.
So if your child's been wanting a rabbit or something that's not a cat or a dog, make sure that you check with us as well, because we do often have all kinds of things in our room that is for our pocket pets.
Yeah. I mean, and I see from time to time y'all have like pigs and goats, and I know I think you have to have special permitting maybe for some of those barnyard animals, but occasionally, yeah, you'll see like chickens in the barn over there at the shelter.
Yeah, just a few weeks ago, we had 2 small pigs named Bambi and Flower, and they were adorable. And I'm happy to announce that they went to rescue or they went to a home. I don't know for sure, but I have been actually on vacation all of last week. So I truly don't know. I just got back in the office today. I don't know what we have in the barn.
Yeah.
I'll have to check and see, because we may have some barn animals that have crept in.
It's always a possibility, always a possibility. So, I mean, we talk about the need, and throughout the last few weeks, we've been profiling, different shelter pets around our area. And we've been talking about their bios and that sort of thing. In fact, yesterday we did have some volunteers from Zoomy Toomey come.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they talked about some of the Toomey dogs. That's your satellite location. We'll remind everyone once again, Saturday's event, primarily at Byram Drive. But, I mean, y'all have some great animals, and y'all are super full right now.
We are both full with the dog kennels, and we're full in the cat kennels. And this time of the year, if you're specifically wanting to have the lowdown on the kittens, it is no better time to adopt a kitten or 2 this time of the year, because we've got lots of kittens, and they're really adorable. They're at those ages where they're around 8 months of age all the way up to a few months old, and they're playing and they're fun, and if you get 2, they play together and they grow up together. So we've got lots and lots of kittens, all shapes, sizes, colors, personalities available. So it's a great time to come if you're looking for a kitten. And then, of course, as you know, Vanessa, you spend a lot of time there walking dogs and different things. That we always, always, always need adopters for our amazing dogs as well.
Yeah. Now, I did see, because of all of the staff concentration, if you will, and volunteer concentration on this weekend's event, that it looks like maybe daycations are going to be paused for a little bit.
Right.
Probably just good to remind folks that, but maybe even just talk about the daycation program, because when it returns, that's really a great option too.
Yeah, the daycation, we've got some great adoption programs, and we'll start with talking about the daycation program. So the daycation program is exactly what it is. It's day. So if you are free and you have a day off and you're like, I'd really like to get to know a shelter dog, get some exercise a shelter dog, get them out of the shelter, go get them a pup cup at Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or wherever you fancy, then it's a great program. You can come, pick out a dog, take them out for the day. When you come back, you can give us all kinds of details about what you've learned about the dog, and we'll put that on the profile. So it gives adopters more information that we may not have yet about the dog. So that is an amazing program, and usually is offered 7 days a week, but we are not doing it this Saturday. And the reason that we're not doing it this Saturday is because we don't want them to be out on a daycation and lose their opportunity to find their forever home.
Yeah.
With people who are coming to the shelter hoping to adopt and looking to adopt. So that, and also we're hopefully going to be really, really busy, and the processing of putting a daycation dog out to, a person and that sort of thing would then slow down the line. So those are the two reasons, but mainly because we just really want them to be available and be there for people who are looking to adopt.
Yeah, and I mean, thinking back over the years, because I've been there for, I guess now at this point, maybe 4 or 5 years of, just because, our station has been doing this with y'all for years and years and years. I think, because I came in 2020, this would be the 5th year of us talking about Clear the Shelters together. I feel like we always report on, at the very least, dozens of animals getting adopted. I know it kind of varies from year to year, but, I mean, can you give us an idea of, I don't want to say expectations, because that's hard to set, but
Right.
what is a ballpark of a usual successful adoption day for y'all?
Well, I think that the great thing is that you guys have done an amazing job pushing it out to the community and letting the community know to go to their local shelters, and not just Animal Care and Control, to anyone watching within your region, to go to and support their local shelters. So again, kudos to you guys, because getting the information out and knowing about this day is the piece that it wouldn't work if we didn't have that. But I'm just going to compare it to a few, I guess it was back in June, July, we did sort of an SOS adoption because we were extremely full with dogs and really needed to get some moved out very quickly. And so we planned within 2 weeks' time, we decided that we were going to do a fee-waived adoption, and we were going to be doing it on a certain day. And we set a pretty high, lofty goal of, I think, 250 animals, I think. I can't even remember what the goal was, but we surpassed that goal. So if we could, within a week's time, say between now and the end of Saturday, we would love to see at least 150 animals leave.
Oh my.
Between now and the end of Saturday.
Well, I'd love to see that too.
Yeah.
I know how much that would make a difference for not only the kennel capacity over at the shelter, but also, with the resources and staff as well. I mean, it does take a whole village to care for those animals. So speaking of, the big push, and we know that a lot of shelters will try to do waived fees or special sponsorships of adoptions. How are y'all handling it this year?
So great news. We actually started a special this week. So we are waiving adoptions from I think they started it on Monday. I wasn't here, so I think it started on Monday, all the way up until the 24th, I think, through the 24th. So through Saturday, through the end of Saturday, all adoption fees are waived. Let me just say it one more time.
Yeah.
All adoption fees are waived. That's huge. So it's a perfect opportunity that you can save a few bucks on the adoption fee and take that money and go to your pet supermarket and get all the things that you need to start up having a new pet in your home.
Yeah, I mean, and because we have adopted a dog from Charlotte Mecklenburg Animal Care and Control. His name is Rocky River. If you've been watching on TV, there's some commercials that have been running for Clear the Shelters this month. That is Rocky River. We have another dog too, but he was rescued from a different state. Anyways, when we got Rocky, he came microchipped. He came with all of his basic vaccinations. And he was also heartworm positive. We did have the option of doing the slow kill heartworm treatment through y'all. So y'all provide a lot of medical services for these animals. And so to waive those adoption fees, that's pretty huge.
It is. Like, one of the things that I really like to tell people, especially who are looking to adopt, and, you know, obviously you want to make sure that you have the finances in place, you know, for the unexpected, but even just the routine things that you're going to have. But the nice thing is, when we fee waive, you do get a lot for free. So all of them, like you said, all of the animals are going to come. They're going to be microchipped. They're going to have all the vaccines that they need to this point in time. And when you get the adult animals, that's great, because you're looking at, like, you won't need any of their core vaccines until a year from now. So then also they're dewormed. The dogs are heartworm tested. And you know, if they're heartworm negative, then that's great. If they're heartworm positive, then we can work with you on, like, sending them home with the slow kill method, medication, basically, which is very easy to do. And what am I missing? I think that's pretty much everything. And of course, the spay or neuter.
Yeah.
So that's the most important, and I almost missed that. But they will be sterilized. And usually on these days, most of the ones that will be up for adoption will have hopefully already had that spay neuter, so they can leave that day. That's what our goal is.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking about, you know, past Clear the Shelters and seeing, I mean, it's just fun to see, you know, who gets adopted. I remember even, you know, one of our team members adopted a cat that very day too. So I'm
Was
really
that last year? I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it goes by fast. It is hard to keep track, right? Like, because we've been doing this so many years. But talk about, I guess, some of the vibe of the day and just what it feels like to see so many animals go out the door in a positive outcome.
It's like one of the best days. There's several best days that you get, you know, as someone who's a staff or a volunteer there. And certainly seeing so many people in our community coming because they want to adopt, it's just the best feeling. And especially if it's an animal that's been there for a long time, and we get to, you know, say goodbye to it, which is sad, but at the same time, it's what we are in this for, right? Is to see them go home. So I'm kind of getting chills a little bit, because it's just the most amazing time. And I think what the cherry on top is, especially if it's a family and their children, and they are so excited to take their new pet home, that they're just almost dancing around. They're so excited. And I love that. I love seeing that.
Yeah.
And then another thing that I love seeing, and it's not related to Clear the Shelters, but it's certainly important, is, I'll mention it, one of my best days of the month is our outreach rabies clinic that we do, where we provide free rabies shots. Just a little plug. Second Saturday of every month. Look at our website for details. Is to see how many people are willing to line up in their car and wait for an hour plus to get a rabies vaccine. It just shows me how many people really care so much about their pet that they're willing to take all the time and wait in the line and do all that. And so those are the glimpses you get of, like, how many amazing pet owners there are in our community who really care about their pets. Because I know a lot of people are like, how can you do the job? It's so sad. You see all the animals coming in that nobody wanted, or they were lost and they didn't come look for. But truly, we get to see the flip side of it too. We get to see how many amazing people are adopting, how many people are coming to get their pets vaccinated because they care, and how many people are fostering, and how many people are volunteering. So it's lots of love. And these days really spread a lot of the love when we're doing the Clear the Shelter event. And we're supported by the community, and we're supported by folks like you guys. So it's a wonderful day.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait. I hope that it's very successful. And we'll just remind people too, we've got a lot of coverage on our website. We've got an article up about how you can learn about Clear the Shelters, the when, where, how, the time, all of it. If you can't by chance make it, donations are great. Learn about volunteering, fostering, all of it. It makes a difference. Melissa, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Once again, it's Saturday, this Saturday, Charlotte Mecklenburg Animal Care and Control, Byram Drive location. More information, as we mentioned, on our website, WCNC.com.